So that was entirely built with Claude Code.
I don't even know how to code in Swift.
I built this thing that's now being used by thousands of people every single day. This is Clicky. It's this cute little AI buddy that lives next to your cursor and can teach you anything in real time.
So you don't even know how to review the code base?
I don't. But that being said, I've been an engineer building products since I was 18.
Yeah.
And that's why I can build things in 3 hours. I built a Wikipedia for my life that went huge. This is an app I built for myself where you write without thinking about what you're writing for 15 minutes straight with no backspace. I built a script that looks through all my emails and tags it attention. The you one.
I love that you're like, I don't have that interesting of a stack. There's not much going on in there. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
My name is Farza. I'm just a guy that likes making stuff on the internet and occasionally starting a company. And let me show you my stack.
What is the first thing you do in the day on your computer?
Before the computer, I go to the gym or go for a run. And I'll always carry this little notebook with me. I'm literally just at the gym and I'll just have an idea while I'm doing something and I'll just write it down. Clicky for deal, which is like this idea I have with a company called Let's Deal. LLM Wiki Clicky. I can probably show you today. This is what I built today. Sometimes I'll just sit at the coffee shop for like just 10 minutes in the morning. I'll just listen to people or I'll just see something and I'll write something down.
That's where all the alpha is, at the coffee shop. You very much start your day intentionally offline.
Yeah, I don't look at my phone until 3 hours after I wake up. The first thing I do is I just check my mom and my fiance.
Two most important women.
If
Stay
they're
forward.
good, then I'm good, yeah.
How do you actually go about deciphering this mega list?
That's the interesting part. I'll start my day always as Freewrite. This is an app I built for myself where you write without thinking about what you're writing for 15 minutes straight with no backspace. And I started looking at this notebook and I'd be like, I had this idea for Let's Deal. I'll just literally for 15 minutes type like this like a madman. From here, what I'll always do, I'll take this entry, I'll go to Claude, I'll just plug it in.
This has full access to all of your Freewrite entries. That is actually a really interesting memory access that you're giving AI.
Yeah, this thing understands a lot about me. It'll just start thinking. And what's cool is it'll first search my past chats.
A very good mental partner then.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta like figure out like, okay, these notes are fine, but then like, what do they mean? And I think the Freewrite thing really helps me do that. Where it's like, let me just get everything done. And then what's beautiful is then the AI will take my nonsense. And then once it does get all the relevant pieces, it actually gives me a new way to think about what I already said. What I'll do now is, so what is my top priority? Sending the deal CEO that demo.
Let's get to it.
I have this little app up here called Daily. I'll write my A+ problem. If I do this one thing, it could take me 10 minutes, it could take me 10 hours. Then the day is a win.
That's a beautiful start to that, and I really appreciate there's a very big analog component to it. I think what frequently happens is this feels very far away from everything that's happening on the computer.
That's true, yeah.
And this sort of just becomes like a dumping ground that feels detached from the digital stack.
Yeah.
But this actually feels like a very integrated version of it.
I spend forever just figuring out what to do before I open my computer, because I feel like after 15 years of building things, it's really easy to open my computer and start doing stuff. Can't imagine someone waking up and going to like Gmail. That sounds crazy.
You don't check your email. You have an AI agent that is checking your email for you.
Yeah, it checks my
And
email
cleaning it up
me.
for you.
And cleans it up for me. I can show it to you.
Yeah, let's see it.
I built a script that runs once a day at 6 a.m. that looks through all my emails and tags it as either attention, the you one, which is annoying. You should go to hell for sending this email.
You don't want to end up in the you label.
Email. AI just didn't know. Didn't want to make a mistake. Take a look at like bills and stuff. Quick checks. Yeah, for example, like it labeled you as attention. 3 days left to fill my taxes, so that's important.
That one does deserve the attention inbox and not the you inbox.
This is how I just check my email. Yeah, so it's a much less. I only look at this one thing every day.
What you have done so well is hacking and shipping a bunch of different projects. So what does your inspiration process look like?
It's funny, a lot of people think I have like ADHD or I can't focus. I believe I'm the most focused non-ADHD person I know.
I think we have demonstrated that
thus
far.
But it's really funny where on my work, I sometimes look all over the place.
Yeah.
Because that's just how I believe people should work. We shouldn't be afraid. I treat it like I have 0 followers every day. This is all just made up and I'm just gonna put my stuff out there.
In the hopes of what?
I just believe that once you put something out there, it changes. My energy is just always really open to listening. And when I hear the right things, I'm like, that's very interesting. Let's focus on that. How do I come up with ideas? It's pretty simple. It's like I just put something out there and then I usually get 10 more ideas back. Clicky is really funny.
Lives next to your cursor and can teach you anything in real time. I made a reel about it on IG last week. It got nearly 1 million views, 10,000 downloads, and I even got my first 100 paying customers. I originally built Clicky as a tool to help people learn new things, but now people are using it in ways that I would have never imagined.
I came up with listening to a song. Most of my original ideas come from songs.
Wow.
I'm at the red light, I remember, I closed my eyes and I'm like, oh, it'd be so cool if like I had like a buddy following my cursor. And I was like, this would be his theme song. I wanted it to feel like a Pixar character that would live in your computer.
Yeah.
After that, I parked my car, came home and made it.
Wow.
I use this app called Day One. Day One is a journaling app. I've been using it for almost since 2014. But journaling is like, I found something cool today. And so what I'll also do in my journal is I'll collect inspo. So for example, this is where I collect all my screenshots, all the things that I find interesting, all the funny kind of cool colors I see on the internet, everything. So for example, I saw this on Twitter. I love the colors. I love the Simpsons vibe.
Are these your notes that are in it?
Yeah, I like the blue. I just wrote it down.
So cool.
Yes, I love this shot, for example.
So this is sort of like your dumping ground of inspiration.
Yes.
You were a big documenter.
By accident, yeah. I just see so much beauty in the world all the time. It's a shame if I don't kind of reference this for something else later.
It's amazing that you actually let that inspire and fuel you. People get stuck in this sort of like paralysis of content and paralysis of inspiration almost, that there's an inaction around it.
I see something and I just put it down. This is often really hard. You
Yeah.
have to collect it constantly and then kind of look back at it. But now I just use AI. For example, today I was listening to Porter Robinson's Nurture. Porter Robinson, Nurture. And there's a song on this called Mother. And Mother, this song, the way it starts, I had an idea. I was like, that'd be a great song for one of our Instagram videos. I'll
Let's
just
hear
play
it.
Kind of opens up. It kind of shows it.
Love.
Yeah. You can see all the little cursors flying over.
A little
And so-
explosion of
Yeah,
cursor
a little
babies.
explosion, yeah. Cursor baby, that's cool. Normally what I would do is it's terrible. I would actually open my notes and like write that idea down. I would never remember. Now I can just do this, where it's like I just hold Clicky. Hey Clicky, can you remember this song Mother? And I have a really cool idea for the first 15 seconds of it. It kind of like explodes with a bunch of cursors on the screen. Look at the song, research the song, understand the vibe, and just note it down for me for later. And what Clicky will do is it'll kind of take all that, it'll take a screenshot, and it'll spin up an agent.
Whoa.
That goes and then works on this. And it'll keep it in my personal Wikipedia. I built a Wikipedia for my life that went huge on the internet. Basically, I gave an LLM all of my iMessages, my Apple Notes, and my diary entries, and I ran it through a pipeline, and it generated this entire freaking Wikipedia. And it created articles for everything you can imagine, the books I'm into, the companies that I've studied and started. And again, it's all backlinked too. So I can, if I click San Francisco here, that's another article that the LLM created. And so you have all this context that the LLM has put in this magical wiki. What's also really cool about this is as I add more things to this wiki, it actually will go and update the right article. So in this case, yes, the right answer is Naruto. So if I add more stuff to this wiki, let's say I add an article today about a research paper, it'll magically find which wiki article to put it in and put it in there. And so you have this kind of constantly evolving knowledge system that's queryable through an agent. It's kind of like a librarian that is always there to answer your questions, and it's an expert on you. Yeah, that's how I collect a lot of my inspiration now. I've started in the last 2 days. I'm backing up all of my previous inspiration stuff into this thing.
You're using Day One to sort of
Honestly,
backfill inspiration
Yeah, because
content.
Day One I've been using for 10 years.
Yeah.
Now I don't even use Day One anymore that much. I'm kind of just browsing and I'm just noting down what's important to me.
You're giving it to Clicky now.
Just give it to Clicky. Let's just say this guy, who's Arlan. Remember this guy for later. I may want to hire him. Just keep track of him and do research on him like once every 1 month to see if he ever becomes available. Great, that's it. Now he remembers for me. Again, now when I'm hiring, I can check on this guy's profile and be like, hey, let's see what's going on.
So this is live generating this little page that you showed me.
It's a little bit weird. It live generates the article in the Wikipedia, which is
generating
here.
a file right now.
It's generating literally
a raw file, which is where
the wiki article.
Whoa.
It is the Wikipedia writer. And so it's just generating these articles and updating the articles.
I'm visualizing this like crazy spatial mind map that it's
Yeah.
creating of you.
It does all that.
Wait, is that our complete wiki?
Yeah, it's done. So I can actually open it now and
It's really cool that you built out just like a personalized version of the way that your brain stores information.
Yeah.
And you've been able to mimic that in a digital environment.
Yeah,
Can't help but clap.
yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
What was the process of actually making Clicky?
I'll open up a terminal. In this case, I'm using Warp. For Clicky, I literally just said, I want to make a desktop app on my Mac where my cursor is followed by another buddy that's a smaller blue triangle. It worked for 6 minutes. I had it. And then from there, I just keep building on top of it. I just keep making it more and more complex. Now it's like, okay, now when I hold a hotkey, I want it to hear me and I want it to repeat what I said. Okay, great, now that's done. It's like step by step. Okay, great, now it can hear me. Can it then reply to me maybe? I remember when I first was working on this, I mainly was using it to write tweets. I would literally go and find a tweet I was working on and I'd be like, Clicky, what do you think about this tweet? While I'm writing it. And I would get kind of live feedback from it as I was writing it. So that was my first use case.
Ooh, that's a fun little testing ground.
Yeah, so I always think about a use case that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
I actually don't really care what anybody else would use this for. Maybe later on, but in the beginning I'm always like, why am I really excited about this? And so I'll just build that first use case. So for Clicky, that first use case was Actually, a different thing. It was this. It would
Okay.
recommend me music as I browse the web.
Just comes back to the music of it all.
Yeah, I'm a big music guy. I'm big getting inspiration from music. So in this case, this is what Clicky originally looked like. It was more of like this guy, where he kind of like randomly pops up like a friend, and says, "Hey,
so
I
more
love
of a
this song."
push rather than a pull.
Yes. And then he could actually recommend you new music or videos that you would.
Only Justin Bieber had this during his Coachella set.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. For the version that people are using, thousands of people are using right now, you just talk to it, captures your screen one time, and then replies to you. That's it. So let's say I'm in Xcode, and I'm like, hey, Clicky, how do I actually run this project? I think it works. It'll watch my screen, it'll listen to me, and it'll point.
Hit that play button up in the toolbar to build and run, or press Command R.
So that was entirely built with Claude Code, through prompting Claude Code.
I don't even know how to code in Swift, which is the language that you use to build Mac apps.
Wow. So you don't even know how to review the code base.
I don't. But that being said, I've been an engineer building products since I was 18.
Yeah.
And that's why I can build things in 3 hours. But yeah, this landing page was also like just so easy. Like I remember, usually it's such a pain for me to spin up a landing page. Now I could just be like, make me a landing page for Clicky. And what I'll often do is I'll link it my actual app because it has all the code, right?
Yeah.
So I'll literally just say, let's just pretend here's the code base. Go read it and make a sick LP. That's it. And this is actually what it built.
One shot?
One shot, yeah, I barely changed this. I just said I want one page, black and white. There's a double cursor here. Yeah, because there's people who don't have it.
Clicky has a Clicky now.
As a child, yes. For Clicky, I was like, fine, like I'll put this out.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like a trudge. Yeah.
What are some of your other favorite tools to help like minimize that trudge?
Honestly, at this point, I just tell Claude to just do whatever I want it to do. Hey, Claude, what's the quickest time to shipping this idea? And again, like I have no allegiances. Like I'll use Codex tomorrow. I'll just use whatever thing is good. That being said, a lot of times for getting a product out, getting it out like a link. So for that, I'll just use Vercel. Just literally so easy.
We're using Vercel to also build out the UI. Like for example, your Clicky homepage that you have.
I guess that's Next.js. So I guess that is Vercel. Yeah. So I guess
All comes back to Vercel.
Guillermo's world and we're living in it.
This episode is brought to you by V0 by Vercel. V0 by Vercel is like your favorite coding agent, but on the web and no setup required. Whether you're technical or not, take your ideas out of the group chat and into production. It's not just a vibe coder, but an agent builder where you can prompt, build, and ship in minutes. Every prompt becomes real deployable code connected to your stack. It's never been easier to create a new landing page, deploy your next app, or build your first agent. Visit v0.app to go from idea to production in seconds.
Everyone's making like cool fancy videos now.
Yeah.
Fully disagree.
Okay.
Like, just put a video of yourself in front of the camera and get 1 million views. And that's it. What I often bring to a lot of this stuff is I know exactly what I want. I know the first shot, what the cut should be, what the music should be. It's very then straightforward for me to go to one of my really talented filmmaker friends and say, hey, can you help me shoot this? My kind of number one skill is just I'm a writer. This is a 1 minute, 30-second demo. But again, it's a full story.
Can you actually show us an example of like a shot list that you would create for this?
For this, it was just a short script. It was 3 lines. Show Clicky, move around, look cool. 2, open DaVinci, have cut. And then 3, have Clicky talk, move. That's it. So it's like if I showed those 3 things and you made it 45 seconds in,
yeah,
I've won. Everything that I do is built from my lens, as if I'm the audience.
You are your own litmus test.
I try to be the audience all the time.
So you actually don't spend that much time on social media. So you're very much a producer and not that much of a consumer. But what is your experience as a consumer?
For Twitter, I use pro.x.com, and I only look at my notifications. Like there's no feed here.
You're not like watching
Not-
other people's videos.
From Twitter, I go there maybe once a day just to check AI news.
Okay.
But even then, I'll just use Grok. Hey Grok, can you give me the top 10 tweets in the world of AI today? Just give me the top engaged ones, stuff like new announcements, things like that. No random drama. This is how I find out about new models or like new things people are dropping. And so yeah, this is how I browse Twitter sometimes, to be honest. It's a lot easier.
You live a much freer life than the rest of us.
A good story will pull anybody in, whether it's in 4K or 480p. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I just use Screen Studio for that. I kind of swear by this tool now, to be honest.
Okay, this is one of your favorite apps.
It gives me a lot more control
Wow.
over everything from like the cursor size all the way down to the cursor style, the zoom, this camera placement. And yeah, it just lets me kind of play around with it a lot more. Even with you, I use this tool. I think I went to your website.
Okay.
And I just didn't know who you were. I want you to do a deep research of Julia here and then create me a PDF at the end and put it on my desktop.
It did confirm I was not weird.
You have a good history according to GPT.
Thank you, Claude. I've been working really hard with Claude to make sure I have a clean track record.
Yeah, it's important.
So what is the utility that this black stack of papers has for you?
I guess they're easy to find. Other papers are white papers, right?
Bills are also white.
Yeah, they're meant to be thrown away. Whereas the black papers, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to remember this stuff. But when you draw on a black paper,
Yeah.
it feels like you actually have some talent. Now try it out.
Ooh, I like it. I put us in the black paper.
Show me your stack.
Show me your stack.